Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode, we will create a inventory management application. So we're gonna make an application from the scratch. Okay, so I will show you how to create this app, inventory management. Okay. The first thing we need to do is to create our database, of course. So my first table, I will name it as stocks inventory. So this is where we can see the available items. So in stocks inventory, I have a column which is item code, then item name, then available stocks. Okay. And once you're done for that, you can create the second table, which is release release stocks. So in release stocks, we can have our date, date release, and then time. Or let's make it simple. Let's put it as a date, time. Okay. Then reference, then item code, item name, and quantity. You can add some columns if you like. Let's say you want to add an image, a person who released the stats. It's fine as well. Then you can add, let's say, remarks. This is just for your idea how to do it. Okay. Then our third table, I will name it as add stocks. When we adding stocks. So in adding stocks, we're gonna have the date, time, then reference, then we're gonna have the item code, then item name, then quantity, how much you add, and then you can, let's say, you can put remarks also. Okay, so this is our database. So let's add some items here. So let's say this inventory is all about, let's delete some exist columns. Okay, let's add our items. Okay, let's say our item is, this is all about phone, for example. So I already added, I already make a copy to make it easy. Oops, sorry. This, okay, okay. So let's say I have this item. Okay, and then so I have this 27 items, and then let's say the item code starts with 100 100, then up to, let's say, oops, let's say 1001, 1002, 1003. This is the item code. 1006, 1008. Okay, Let's just do these items. So we will not fill this up all. Okay, okay. So let's say these are the items. Let's put some initial stocks. Let's say 10, 15, 20, 8, 7, 9, 8, 5. Okay, for example. So these are the available stocks currently we have, and these are the item code. And then release stocks. So this is we'll keep this empty because we're gonna fill up this later on. Okay. Then add stocks. Let's make it nice. Okay. Now we are done for our database. Now let's create the application. Okay. Let's go to Appsheet and then make a new app. So I will name this app as Inventory Management. Then, okay, let's upload the table. Here we go. So let us just add all the tables here. Okay, so let's add this. Okay, so let's add the three tables. Okay, let's add all of these tables. Okay, then what we're gonna do is we will review all the what you call this, the tables. Yeah, so let's start with stocks inventory. Let's view column. Okay, so our key column, let's keep it as item code. I don't want to remove the separator, and then the label is item code also. Item name, I'll keep it as a text, and available stocks, I keep it as a number, but I don't want with separator. So we are done for that. Then second is we need to review our release stocks table, which is this one. So the key column, I wanted it the reference. Okay. So in the reference, guys, we can just simply add a formula. You can use concatenate, or I would, to make it easy, I will just use unique ID. Unique ID. Okay. So it will generate a code. You can use concatenate or as you like. Okay. So date, I wanted it to use long date format, and time, I wanted to use your seconds. Reference to text, item code. Item code, um, I wanted to, okay, to keep it as reference view. So ref, since we added the table, oops, it's lag. Okay, so the reference table, so this release tags, I want the reference table, this one. Okay, so the reference table is stocks inventory. Okay, then item name, keep it as a text. Quantity, I keep it as a number, and I don't want the separator. And remarks, keep it as a text. Okay. Then we will review the add stocks table. So I want the key column as reference also. So we want to put a formula. So I want to use the easiest way is unique ID. Unique ID. save, and then the date, I wanted it a long date format. I keep the item code as a label, and then reference is a key column. Item name, I want it as text. No, I want it as text, and then quantity, number, and text. Okay. Then let's go to our UX. Okay, so we already added the stocks inventory. So I want it as a table view, and here sort by, let's say, item code, then all columns. So we'll change the display into, let's say, inventory. So let's say we're gonna use this stuff. Okay, let's save. Then let's add the another view. So we are done with stocks inventory. Now let's add this release stocks. So let's press new view, release stocks. So I will title this as release stocks. On table view, I want on the left, sort by, let's say, by date. All columns, then display, let's say, any hand here. Okay, this one, for example. Then the last view that we have to add is the add stocks. Okay, so let's put add stocks, then table view, right, then sort by, let's say, date, all columns, then let's display, let's say, any add. So now I wanted to give it a little bit color. So let's say I want this. Mhm. Let's say the logo, we're gonna change it to this and half of this. Okay, so we are ready for our app. Then we're gonna view first. We'll see. All right, guys. So I don't want. So we have the inventory stacks, release stacks, and add stacks. Okay, so I don't want to show this in this area. So I want to remove it because I want to make it simple for you to understand. So let's view columns. I don't want to show it. Okay. All right, guys. So we have the stocks inventory. We have the release stocks. Whenever we add, we need to release, and we have the add stocks. Okay. So our goal is once we add the stocks, I mean release the stocks, it will minus to the inventory. Okay. So we can also see the inventory here. So, but first, let's see the item code here. So I want when the item code, we put the item code here, it will display the name. So in order to do that, let's go back to our release stacks here. Let's view our columns. So I want the item name display once we input the item code. So we'll use the initial value, let's say any select. The name of the table is stocks inventory. The column is item name, comma, wherein this row dot item name is equals to item name. Then double parenthesis. Once your formula is correct, it should be green. So there's something wrong in this. This row, parse select stocks inventory in item name. So there's something wrong here. Okay. All right. So this is correct. Now let's try. Should be automatic. Okay. So let's release the stocks. So here item name still not showing. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Okay. So item name still not showing. Something wrong with the formula. Release stocks here. So select stocks inventory item name. We're in this row. Item name not going. Let's try this. Okay, this row. This row item name. No, sorry. So you have to use item code, guys. Item code is equals to item code. So meaning stocks inventory, the item code is equals to the item code. Okay, it should be working. Let's save. Then let's refresh. Okay, item code. Here we go. Okay, now what we want is we want if you put something here, let's say 5, if you release stocks, we wanted to see how many in the inventory currently we have. Okay, how many in the inventory, and it should be uh, also minus the inventory. Okay, so let's go back to our app. So we want to see how many in the inventory in the available in the stocks inventory. When you go to the table release stocks, we wanted to see it. So we will add the virtual column. So let's say I want to add this column as available stocks. Okay, available stocks. Then we have to apply a formula. Use any. Select. You have to select the table name, which is the stocks inventory. Okay, stocks inventory. The column is available stocks. Available stocks. Then comma. Then this row. Always use this row. The item code is equals to item code. Okay. Okay. Done. And also, we wanted to, when we add an item, we want to see the new stocks once we put a quantity, we wanted to know what is the new stocks. Then we will add another virtual column. Okay, but first we will save it. So we'll add another virtual column. So I will name it as new available stocks. Okay, so the formula is we're gonna just look for the virtual column that we added. Let's say available stocks, this one. This is the virtual column minus the column quantity. Okay, let's save. Then let's go to our UX and look for the view, which is the release tax form. So this is the form. Then I want to column order. So I want to have the date, or let's say the reference first, then the date, time, item code, item name, available stocks, then quantity, new available stocks, then the marks. Okay, let's refresh the application. Okay, see the available stocks for item 1000 is 10. So when you release the stocks, we will put the item code, which is 1000. So the available stocks, as you can see, is 10. And the quantity you want to put, let's say 5. So the new available stocks is 5. So once you save it, okay, let's off this delayed sync. Okay, so it's showing here that you have release that you release a stocks quantity 5, and in the inventory it should be deducted also, but this time it's not deducted because we need to use a formula or a behavior. So in order to do that, uh, if you want to deduct that, if you want to automatically deduct it here, we're gonna use a behavior here. So let's create a new action, guys. So choose the stocks inventory and item code, no, available stocks. So choose this option, set the value of the columns of this row, and then we're gonna apply, let's say, columns. Okay, we have to use a formula here. So remember we added a virtual column in this table, release stocks. So we're gonna use it here. So we're gonna use any select the table name, which is release release stocks. The column is new available stocks, and comma, we're in this row that item code is equals to item code. Okay, then let's see if it's correct, the formula. So it's correct. Then appearance, I don't want to display this one. Okay, I will name it as um, inventory in stocks to make it easy. Stocks inventory. Okay. So then let's create another action. This time you're gonna use execute an action on set of rows. So I will just name it in release stocks. So the table name, choose the release stocks, then reference table, stocks inventory, then reference row, use this formula, guys. Select. Uh, so as you can note, select, as I will show you. So select this table, release stocks. So select release stocks column item code. Within this row, the item code is equals to item code. It's correct. Then reference action in stocks inventory. Okay. Then once you're done for that, you go to release stocks form here. In the behavior, look for the form save in release stocks. Then hit save. Okay, let's delete this and refresh. Now let's try if our application, once we release a stocks, it should be deducted from our inventory. Let's say we want to deduct this iPhone XR. Code is 1009. We will order, we will release 20 items, 20 quantity. So what is the code? The code is 1009. Then, okay, then let's say the code is 1009. So this is iPhone XR. So available stocks 25. I want to order, I want to release 20. So the new available stocks is 5. Then save. Let's see if it's deducted to our inventory. So let's go to stocks inventory. See, it's deducted. So the release stocks is showing here we released 20 and then it's deducted 5. What if you want to add the stocks? So you can just click here, it's other stocks, then item code. So there is still no formula, so we still have to, we have to put and add stocks. Same goes to release stocks. So we will use the item code as reference view, and then the table is stocks inventory. Okay, then item name, can keep it as a formula, as let's say any select, then the table name is stocks inventory column, wherein item name, then comma, then use the formula this row, that item name, item code, I mean, is equals to item code. Then should be correct. Okay, then let's save. Let's refresh. Okay, so let's order, let's say, let's add the stocks for the iPhone XR. So we wanted to see how many stocks is available there. Okay, so same goes, guys. We have to add another column, a virtual column here. So in add stocks, we will add, say, available available stocks. Okay. So we're gonna use a formula, any select, select the table, the stocks inventory. We want to see the value of available stocks. Okay, available stocks, comma, wherein this row that uh, this row that item name, sorry, item code is equals to item code. Okay, should be correct. The formula should be correct. Number open parentheses, correct. Okay, so keep it as a type number. Okay, then we will add another virtual column. So we'll see this is new available stocks. This is for add stocks, guys. Yeah? So the one that you add recently, the virtual column, you add it. So it's not yet added here, but we can put it, let's say, uh, available stocks. This is the virtual column that you recently added, minus, sorry, this time you're going to use plus in add stocks. In release stocks, you use minus. In this case, you're gonna please use plus quantity. Okay, just save it. Okay, then let's go to our UX. So we will go to the form view. We don't want to show it to here, no. So we don't want to show it here in this table. So we can just show it in column view. I mean in form view. So reference, date, time, item code, item name, quantity, available stocks. So the quantity that you will add, then new available stocks, then remarks. Okay, let's refresh the application. So let's say I want to add the stocks in iPhone 5, uh, 50. So I want to make it 55. So add stocks here, item code 1009. So there are five stocks, right? So I want to add it 50. So the new stock should be 55. Okay, let's save. Okay, as you can see, it's not updating because we did not yet use the behavior formula. So in order to do that, let's delete this. Let's go to our app editor, go to behavior, click new action. So new action, available stocks. So this time use a formula any, uh, select, what is the add stocks. Add stocks. So the last time we used release stocks. So this time add stocks. Then quantity, sorry, new available stocks. The one that we created a virtual column. So put it here. Wherein this row, that item code is equals to item code. Okay. And we don't want to show this, of course. Okay, then we will add another action. This time is stocks invent, no, add stocks. Okay, this action I called it as add stocks. So this time use x set a value in the, no, execute an action as set of rows. Then the reference table is stocks inventory. Then this time use Select, let's make it big letter, then add stocks, column, item code, wherein this row that item code is equals to item code. Okay. Something wrong with formula. I select add stocks, item code. This row that item code is equals to item code. Okay. All right. Okay. All set. So I want to reference action this time. Wait, something wrong with the. There is one action I did not put a name, guys. So I'm not sure what is the. So not this one. This one. So this is. So I will keep it in add stocks. Okay. Then let's go to the other action in add stocks here. Okay. So I want to choose. Okay. In add stocks. Okay. So I want to choose this in add stocks. Okay. Then I want the appearance, do not display, and save. And also in UX, go to add stocks form and look for the behavior here, add stocks, the one that we created here recently. Then hit save. All right, now let's try. Let's try our application if it's working. So here we wanted to add 50 50 stocks, so it should be become 55. So let's try add stocks. Item code is 1009, that is for iPhone XR. We want to add 50. The new stocks available is 55. Then hit save. Let's see if it's working there. Okay, so let's go here. It's showing 55, so it's changed. All right, and also you can customize this one. Let's say um, available stocks. If it's become zero, you can choose it. You can name it as out of stocks. It's easy, guys. So okay, let's make it, for example, this iPhone 6. Let's make it as zero. Okay, so okay, let's make iPhone 6. The code is 1000. So we're gonna release tax. So 1000 is the code. The available item is 10. So let's say 10. So the new stocks is zero. Let's try. So you can customize the name also. If you don't like to see it as zero, you can name it. But the problem is uh, here we cannot name it as a text. With item stock inventory available stocks here. I mean, you can create a UX view format rules. So let's say if it's zero, you can put, let's say, a color coding. So when these items become zero, I want I want it to highlight as red. So let's say zero if zero stocks, I want this item available stocks. Okay, so let's say column available stocks is equals to zero. Then the color of the text should be red. Okay, and let's save. Let's refresh. See, it's become like this. So you can customize the color coding also. If it's critical, you can do as well that. Okay. So this is just the, I mean, that's all for this video. So I give you an idea how to create a stocks, I mean inventory management in Appsheet. So this is very helpful if you want to manage your inventory. So you can minus, you can add stocks automatically. If you learn something in this video, please subscribe and comment if you have any question. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time in my next video.